Yo, I'm about to be, what's coming out September 8th.
34.
34 in
3 days.
3 days.
How you
never
feel?
really, I don't know, you never really feel, the thing about getting older, because we joke around like we old, but 34 is young. We couldn't even be president if we wanted to.
Nope.
We're not old enough.
Nope.
We still got 40, 50 years before
Yep.
we're even relevant enough to run.
Yep.
But I think you just age progressively. So like your back and knees hurting, like they start hurting previously, and then it just gets worse.
It gets worse.
So by the time you're like, oh damn, I'm in real old people pain now.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, it's been hurting for 10 years.
Yeah. But you just did the what is it? The release?
What do you mean?
The release of the pain.
Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna I'm on my vitamin stuff. I had taken a little break from the gym. I'm gonna get back into it.
Okay.
You gymming?
I'm gymming big time.
You are?
Yeah.
How many
gymming big
times a
time.
week?
I've cut back. I was trying to go 6 days a week.
Wow.
Yeah. But
That's a lot.
I'm at 3.
3's good.
Yeah, 3 days a week.
3's good. Unless
Yeah.
you're training for the Olympics, I don't think 6.
6 it's a little bit outlandish.
Yeah.
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 Like, and then my gym is like one of those influencer gyms. So like you walk in.
A lot of hotties.
Nah, but yeah, that's cool. But then you also have to deal with the dudes with their shirts off. Like, yeah, bro.
Yeah,
that's
I
me?
do that.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah.
I thought I saw you in there.
Yeah, I do that at the gym. Yeah.
Like, okay. Cool
You
story.
ever feel like, so
can't teach height?
is it like a lot of influencer girls? Because that's the gym. Like I went to a gym in LA.
Okay.
It's so like a lot. Like they're just making TikTok.
Oh man, all day, every day. It's kind of annoying.
I'm not one of these guys that's like gonna. I don't understand. Sometimes you meet guys or girls who are like, I met my partner at the gym.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, how do you even make that move?
That's number one. Number two, what if one of you falls off?
Speaking of making that move, I just remembered I got a crazy story to tell you.
Boom. Here we go.
Are
you on your hat?
Yeah, my friend made me this hat. Shout out to Bob Beats.
Bob Beats.
Ian Lara Live.
Yo, we needed the whole staff.
Somebody told me we always wear cool hats. I think we're the hot podcast. But let's move slow. Let's go slow.
Sorry.
Okay, we're talking about the
I'm
gym.
all over the place.
We're talking about the gym meetup.
I just did.
Coca-Cola. It's a family podcast.
Oops.
No, hide that. No
free promo?
No free promo.
Can you blow that out?
You just did cola.
Yeah.
Soda cola. I just sometimes I've been at the gym. I go to the gym to work out, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want to get distracted. Sometimes you see a beautiful woman, whatever, you're like, oh, whatever, damn, she's beautiful. But I never thought like, oh, let me go speak to her while she's deadlifting.
Never.
Some women, I'm like, they seem like they dressed up for
the
this
gym.
event.
I mean, like,
which is fine.
Makeup though?
Yeah, it's fine, but it's like you look beautiful, so the guy's gonna try to get your number.
Yeah, but you also are gonna sweat. I don't know, Mac. Does Mac have a sweat-proof makeup or something?
I'm sure they do.
Fenty? What's popping out now?
I'm sure they do.
They have to, right? Because I'm talking about full, like, it's either you just either came from the club or you're going to the club, but you're going to work out.
Yeah, because you're gonna film a TikTok. At the gym. But my thing is, and I don't want to sound like a man.
Nah, go for it, son.
But is if and I'm only talking about like asking for your number politely, asking you out on a date. That's what I'm only taking it as far as that.
Yeah.
But if you look beautiful, you try to look beautiful, men are gonna try to ask you out. Right? What do you think?
When in Rome?
I've never gone to the gym with makeup on. That's not...
Right. But what do you think about, like, is it unfair if a woman does that? Not unfair, because I don't want to be like what was she wearing?
I think it so depends on what you're doing at the gym. Like if I'm on the treadmill and someone approaches me, I'm pissed. But if I'm lifting weights or like doing abs, like, okay, I could use a break.
I feel like you just want a break.
What?
I feel like if you're deadlifting is worse, because if you're deadlifting, he was like looking at your ass while you was like bent over.
Bro, I'm so, I don't know if I'm paranoid or what, but if I see a woman doing any type of, first of all, everything is short and everything's tight. It's like, okay, if I see that vicinity, I'm going to the other place. I'm going to do something where there's no I can't afford that distraction, number one. Number two is just like, what are you doing?
But then I was talking to a friend of mine, because it's funny you say that. I was talking to a friend of mine who she's kind of a baddie, and she goes to the gym dressed as a baddie.
Kind of a baddie.
Yeah, and she goes to the gym dressed as a baddie, and she was saying that she hates when she's at the gym and she's setting a guy signals like to talk to her.
And he's not receiving it.
And I'm like, so you can't win.
You can't. You literally can't.
So it's like you hate the guys that you don't like, but then you like the ones that you do like.
Selective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I never try. I mean, I've been at the gym before where you see attractive women. I never try. I'm literally there to work out.
Yeah, this is honestly like my free time. This is my therapy. This is actually my time. I'm not here to pick up. What are you doing?
Right. Also, what do these guys say?
You got good form.
So, yeah. What are pickup lines? Like,
in the gym. What are gym pickup lines?
What are pickup lines, period, bro? I've told you I'm not like a pickup line guy.
Because you're a real person?
Do you have guys like picking you up trying to talk to you in the street a lot?
At bars, yeah.
Yeah,
people
bars.
try lines.
What do they say?
I feel like it's always situational. Like it's always like about the environment. They're asking me what drink I'm drinking, or is it good, or something like that.
Is it good?
Yeah.
It's a Corona.
Do you like your drink?
What do you think?
Like,
they all taste the same,
right? You never.
Do you like your drink? You should call the police.
You never had a beer before.
True.
Any man asking you, "Do you like how your drink tastes?" That is not a good opening for a woman.
Not at all. Not at all.
I generally, like the times that I even have those type of interactions, I just be so aloof and laid back that sometimes I feel like the girl will make conversation with me,
you?
And then I feel like, okay,
but then that's also like a line of defense that's down, because she's letting you know that like, hey, I would like to engage in this conversation. So automatically that removes the awkwardness, that removes any kind of tension, because she's starting it.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think it's awkward, like if you're talking to a girl and you getting to know it, do you think it's awkward to be like straight up like, hey, do you want to have sex?
Depends on the vibe she's giving you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there is a scenario where that's okay.
There's a scenario where that's happened, where it's just like, hey, do you want to get out of here? It's like,
but not get out of here, because get out of here could be like we could go to a diner.
Oh, okay. Like specific, like are you trying to
leave this venue and have intercourse?
Has that happened to you?
Where? What?
Like a woman be like, hey, do you want to get out of here and get to it?
I had girls. Women don't hold back.
They don't.
Women don't hold back. I've had girls say some stuff that I'm like, whoa. I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to go do that. I literally don't even want to go do that. Because women don't have to hold back.
They don't.
They'll just say anything.
They really don't.
I remember I was at a bar, and I mean, I'll clean it up. I'll what's the word when you don't use the exact words?
You edit it?
That is one word, but
remix?
That's not, paraphrase.
Paraphrase. There you go.
Paraphrase. Paraphrase. I thought I just had a stroke. Sorry. I don't know what just happened.
Paraphrase.
I don't know what just happened, man. I need more water.
It's blood sugar. You got to drink water, man. Did y'all listen to the last episode? You got to take care of your health, bro.
Paraphrase. I had this girl one time, like we was talking, and everything was good. We was hitting it off. Like I thought I had a good chance. Like out of 100%, I thought I was at like an 80. Like it was on me to mess it up. And then she said something along the lines like, we need to get out of here so you can like, I don't even know how to paraphrase this, but basically what she wanted me to say, what she wanted me to do is she was like, just wreck my vagina, something like that. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do it.
You're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to. If this is where we're starting off, I feel like we gotta build.
We're not there yet. We're not there.
She was like, we need to get out of here so you can wreck my vagina.
like
she was like, wreck my vagina. I'm like, nah, when you got a catchphrase
and with a move,
yeah, you got a catchphrase to get out the club. I'm like, I'm out of here.
So if she gives you that signal from across the room, you know what time it is,
bro. Sometimes I'm like, it seemed like a setup. It just seemed like a setup. It don't seem natural.
Nah,
wreck my vagina. Like you don't. That's not a common thing you hear.
That's not at all.
That's not something you normally hear. But,
no, not at all.
But so I never had that. When I was outside though, I did sometimes want to be clear about that because it's like we're here, we're talking. It's 3 a.m. Like it seems like we both want to hook up.
Yeah, and
I just want to make sure you want to before we just continue this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah. And then especially too, you know, when we was outside, a lot of it too took place not only after the club or the bar, but also after like a meal. You know how we were talking about in the last episode where it's just like certain foods you can't even eat. I can't even like think about how crazy it was where we'd go out, drink Hennessy basically all night. This is years ago. This is over 10 years ago because I can't drink Hennessy now. Hennessy all night.
What are we?
Yeah, crazy. Drink Hennessy all night, then go get either the halal guys or go to IHOP. Dead sex. Oh my God. That's crazy. Or what's the one? Cats. Bro, I've seen women, and this is like, it made me feel insecure about myself because I've seen women polish a whole cat's what is it? Roast beef, corned beef with fries. And I'm like, damn, I gotta take mine to go.
No, women eating could be pretty disgusting.
Oh my God. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's not something you want to see.
When did I become?
I generally don't allow
Bro, I'm talking about
to eat around me. I'm like, you take that to go. But I think I'm at an age where I might be more down. Like if she was like, we need to get out of here and go wreck some halal food. I would be like, all right, we out of here. Let's go. But your vagina at 3 a.m, I didn't like,
it threw you off.
I wasn't.
Were you not in wrecking mood? Like, damn, I don't even know if I could wreck right now.
It just threw me off. I feel like in my, I feel in my younger years, I might have been
down for it.
More wreckable than now. I need salt.
That's why I got the Coke.
I think that. But you know, listen, I got it together. I'm just saying it's not intimidating. Bro, it throws you off.
Not even that, but like now it's like, oh yeah, wreck. Yeah, I need 8 hours of sleep. So let's save the record for tomorrow morning.
Wreck.
Oh my goodness. After being out all night,
because I feel like after you're more like, did I wreck it or how does it feel?
Is there a wreckage?
Is it good or is it wrecked?
Yeah.
My friend,
your college roommate?
One of my friends, I might have told you this. I had one friend that he told me that whenever he when he was outside and if he would meet a girl out and they decided that they were gonna hook up and they like went back to his place or her place, he would make her take a shower.
Oh, I respect that.
I know, but I'm like, how you make her? He's like, I'll be like, get in the shower.
You're not gonna sit in my bed with your dirty clothes.
But, okay, but the shower, that's like sending her, like that's like your daughter. You get home, you're like, I ran the hot water for you. Get in there.
Yeah,
that's a stretch. I don't want to do that. I don't want to tell people to shower.
Maybe that was his move.
I just need to get married and get out. That's the game.
Best case scenario.
Yeah,
I had a friend in college, especially. It was crazy. He was like a little bit insecure about what he had going on. And so his move was...
When you say insecure about what he has going on...
He wasn't wrecking.
Oh, dick size.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wasn't wrecking. And he knew it.
I appreciate that because like, you know what? We got to talk about this because it's not like your friend. What'd you call him? Mark? It's not like your friend. Like they was giving out penises and he showed up late. To the thing, because he's always late.
He was always on time.
Right, exactly. It's not like they was giving out the big penises and he was like, nah, I could do with the little one.
Yeah.
He just got it.
The roll of the dice.
Yeah, he just got it. So it's not his fault. So it's good that he realized it and acknowledged it. I can't relate to nothing he's talking about, but I appreciate that he's honest about it.
Because of that awareness, his go-to move, because, you know, he was insecure about it and like he wasn't the most aesthetically pleasing.
And he was ugly?
Bro, it was definitely...
He was a nice guy.
He made up
probably
for
a Democrat.
He said, bro, one time we're at the lunch table, he was just like, I just start going to town. I'm like, what do you mean? He's just like, as soon as we get back to first of all, it doesn't happen too often, but if he happened to land a young lady who wanted to come back, he's just like, I just start eating her out. That was his move. I'm like, bro, like, what?
I mean... Listen, I'm not a woman. I don't know. Is that a bad move? I don't know.
I don't know.
Because if you were to reverse it, the guy, I don't think a guy would be like, that's a bad move. A guy would be like, cool.
I don't know. I got OCD. I got to take a shower from my own night.
You gotta take a shower?
I'm a shower person.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm a shower person.
I would be like, let me shower.
Yeah, I gotta wash this up.
But if she didn't want to,
I'm like, but that's what you open up with? He's like, yeah, it works all the time. I'm like, huh. It's like, I don't got it.
Johan, you winced.
Yeah. I feel like girls aren't as opposed to it as someone might think, though. I feel like that. What's up?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I feel like they're like, I feel like that kind of triggers that like what is it? Like a self-esteem kind of thing where they're like, oh, like I should shower because if not, then it's gonna be
we're talking about the shower.
Bad.
Now we could take this moment to ask the only woman in the room her perspective, but we're not gonna do that.
We're not.
We're just gonna allow 3 men to say what they think.
Yes.
And then just kind of breeze by in the top.
I also had another friend who one time he pulled that move and she
punched him in the face?
Yes, I told the story. Okay.
No, you didn't tell it. I just
you
did this.
No, she
Wait, showering or going down on her?
No, going down on her. And like, but she was enjoying it, but like I guess she was almost like a dominatrix or whatever. So she punched him in the face. And he was like, he kept going. And I stayed downstairs from him. So he was just like, yo, like
I mean, I once got my eyes gouged out during sex.
Yeah,
so I'm not one to judge somebody getting punched in the face.
Everybody has their own kinks.
No, for sure.
But my thing is, I don't know how to keep going after you punch me in the face.
There was a time in my life where
you got punched in the face.
During
cunnilingus?
During the time when I got my eyes gouged out, where if somebody would have punched me in the face, I would have probably, like if a girl would have punched me in the face, I'd have probably just ate it. A punch,
and
then kept going. I meant to punch and then kept going. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But now you can't hurt me. You punch me in the face. I'm like an old person. You know how old people fall and die?
Yeah.
I'm like that. Like if I fall, I'm capable of dying.
Especially if you didn't have salt.
Yeah, like I ain't getting back up. I'm not at the age.
Done.
Young people just fall and they get back up.
They bounce up.
I'm like a 90-year-old. Like I fall, it's over. Bro, I'm gonna need to spend 3 months in a nursing home.
Bro, just getting up. It takes me like 45 minutes. I sit at the edge of the bed. I got to make sure I stretch out and roll my shoulders and everything. Bro, it's ridiculous.
Johan, you were saying that you feel that that'll rise or that'll build a woman's self-esteem?
No, like it'll trigger their like self-consciousness. Like they'll be like, do I stink? Like, do I smell? Like,
probably. I mean, not just a woman, everyone.
We both do.
Well, yeah, but yeah, I guess. But like, I feel like men are just like, you know, the chances that they know that they smell are probably higher.
Bro, I
don't think so.
I fumbled the bag because I wanted to take a shower. They was all with it.
I'm just thinking like momentum killer. Like,
yeah, big momentum.
Take me home and then you're gone for 15 minutes and I'm on my phone. I'm
yeah, that's if you're not taking a shit in the bathroom.
I'm disinterested.
I'm messing up the whole moment. I've dropped the bag many a time.
I had a friend tell me that she was hooking up with a guy one time and he brought her back to his hotel, but he had one of those hotels where like, I don't know why these new hotels are doing this, where basically they don't even really build you a bathroom. It's just kind of like
a glass pane.
Yeah, like a little glass thing. It's not covered at all.
No.
So she was like, he went to the thing. He was like, I'm gonna take a shower and started taking a shit. And then just smelled up the whole room. She was like, she could smell it. Like she was just sitting in the room. Man. And then she was like, he came out and was like, so where was I?
Wait. What? Nah, hell no. That's true. I don't know why the hotels do it. Like, they force that intimacy on you. That's what, like, the first time I went away to an all-inclusive Caribbean hotel, that was the first time I realized you really have to know the person that you're with and have to be comfortable with that person because all of the smells is all in there.
You know what I do
with
that situation? I don't do, like, if I were in that situation now, I just make sure I give them their time.
Private time.
I'll leave the room.
Private time.
I'll go read.
Private time.
I'll go walk. I'll give you your time where you have the room. Do whatever you want.
The room is yours.
When I come back, we good.
The room is yours.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Sometimes women don't do this though.
They don't.
Sometimes women, they want to be in the bathroom while you're
there.
Yeah. You're like, get out the bathroom.
While you're watching TV in another language. Like,
yeah.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Right.
No.
But the momentum killer thing is true.
I'm a big time momentum killer.
Yeah, but It's worth it though.
It's so worth it because it's like momentum kill or smell. I can't smell. I've been traumatized. I got traumatized in the 5th grade.
I would rather take the smell than the momentum
for you
at a time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At a time in my younger years.
Nah.
When you're young, you just don't think you.
I thought so too. I really thought. No, I knew. I told you I got traumatized in the 5th grade. My 5th grade teacher told me that I smelled. I need to take a shower, and girls won't like you. And it was just like, now I take 10 showers a day.
I've heard some women say that they
hate it.
They like it a little bit.
The saison.
Yeah, a little smell.
Pheromones.
Yeah, which. Look, call your dad. If you into men who stink, just give your dad a call and fix whatever issues y'all got going.
But that shows you that life is balanced. There's somebody for everybody.
Oh, man.
That's
tough. Oh, so, no, because I have this story where I couldn't believe it. I was like, I got to tell this on the podcast. I couldn't believe it. Because, again, we were talking about the hookups and, like, how, running into girls at bars or at the gym and rec, my friend, I had a friend tell me that he one time he got into an accident, like a car accident, and his car was totaled, but he was like relatively okay. But the ambulance came and they wanted to take him to the ambulance, like to the hospital or whatever. And he said he ended up hooking up with like the EMT in the back of the ambulance on the way to the hospital. Bro, I'm like, how are you guys pulling this off? And I'm no prude, but what type of Rizz? Is that what the young people say? Rizz?
What does Rizz mean? I don't know what that means.
I think it means game.
Serious?
You've been using it wrong?
I've never used it.
Yeah, I think Rizz means game, right?
Is it like the mirror?
Is it Brad?
Yeah. Rizz is like game.
It's like what swag was.
But why Rizz?
But it's verbal.
I don't know. I've got to
swag wasn't always verbal. Rizz was verbal.
Yeah, Rizz is like your energy, your
Rizz, but where does it come from?
I'm too old for that.
Yeah, I'm too old to know the foundation of where it comes from.
I'm sorry.
But I'm saying
your wisdom.
Bro, I can't imagine
in the
if
EMT?
you gave me if we had a prank show, right? If we had a prank show, let's say we had a budget and we had a prank show.
We need to do that.
And you told me, hey, we're gonna call you an ambulance. You're gonna go in the back of the ambulance. We can do this as many times as you can. But the goal is before the ambulance hits the hospital, you have to make out with the female EMT. I think we can do it 1,000 times, and 1,000 times it'll be
a miss.
A miss.
Yes.
Only way I could pull that off is if she has HBO.
Hold on.
Then she see my work.
When you say hook up, you mean like hook up? Like,
well, this is a family show, so I don't like to get too into
hook
it.
up.
But according to him, I know people are listening and they want to know. According to him, he said he made out and his hands went down her pants in the ambulance. I was like, did you know her before? Was it like a girl you knew? He said, nope. I said, what'd you say? He was like, we was just vibing. I said, vibing? Where was the hospital at? Because how much time did you have from the accident to the hospital with a siren on?
Who was
a siren on? You can get through the traffic.
We was vibing?
He said we was vibing. And I said, who's the driver? She said he was a dude, like another EMT.
And he was just...
And I said, what? First, I had so many questions. You know me.
This is crazy, of course.
Yeah, I said, what hospital was the ambulance from? He told me the hospital. And I was like, well, that makes sense. It was like a bad hospital. Okay. But at the same time, I just don't have the Rizz to get an EMT to go from taking my blood pressure to allowing me to put my hand down her pants.
Getting a Michael Jackson.
I don't know what you say. If that were to happen, you can bet your bottom dollar that she was so on to me, like she initiated everything.
Was he wearing Sex Panther?
He might have been wearing Sex Panther.
Because that does
insane. I said, bro, from the car accident, I said, first of all,
your car was
totaled. A lot of questions. Yeah, I said, what kind of car were you driving that got totaled? Because I'm thinking, you flip a Lamborghini, she comes, she's like, maybe.
That's Rizz.
He said an Infinity. I said, an Infinity? What kind of? He was like a G37. It's a regular Infinity coupe.
The coupe.
Yeah, it's a regular Infinity coupe.
What year was this? Because that was big. That was big in the hood.
It was 2015, 2016 when he said it happened.
Okay,
said it flipped on the highway. I said, and how far was the trip from the crash to the hospital? He said, if I remember correctly, maybe anywhere from like 18 to 20 minutes. I said, so how quick did you go from the blood pressure to y'all making out? He said, probably within the first 10 minutes. And I said, how? And he was like, well, she was taking his blood pressure and she was like close to his face. Because I said, what'd you say? He said he was taking the blood pressure, she was close to his face, and he just went in for the kiss. And then they started like fully making out. Wow. And they put his, which I'm like, okay, that way I could see that happening. Because you ain't really have to say anything. So at that point, all she really got to do is not care about her job and find you attractive, which is fair. You can. I don't even
know if the first part has to be true.
Not care about your job.
I want to know how much visibility the driver has into the back of the ambulance. Yeah. That kind of.
I asked because some ambulances have a partition and others don't. Open. And he was like, there was a partition. There was like a door. He says there's a door in the ambulance. You open the door, you get into the front, but with the door closed, you couldn't see in the back.
Did he get her number?
I didn't ask that part.
You were too just baffled. Like we was just vibing.
I said, so when you got to the hospital, were you like, let's get a room? Or
what are you doing after
what happened? And he was like, I wasn't on it like that. I said, you wasn't on it like that. You just made out with the girl in the back of the thing. You wasn't on it. He's like, nah, when we got to the hospital, I was kind of like, whatever.
Oh, he was over it.
Yeah, he was like, whatever.
Okay.
So I don't know, but some of these guys just got the Rizz
on steroids. I've never had that happen ever. Like in an accident.
Volume 74.
Welcome.
Adulthood Podcast. Sunday, September 8th. We do the craziest cold opens. Our cold opens are.
Yo, SNL.
We do the whole episode and then introduce ourselves.
They got to call us. SNL, they got to call us.
Sunday, September 8th. We're after Labor Day. Adulthood Pod. Volume 74. If you want to leave us a voicemail, 347-378-9423. Continue to like the post and like the clips and all that stuff on IG. We do have a...
You have a call?
No, yeah. I think we have a follow-up to a call.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, remember how somebody called in and explained the marital debt that they had and how their husband was going back to school.
Oh, the gay gentleman.
Yeah. And how they should handle the debt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I followed up with them and they sent in like a message basically explaining what they...
Shout out to them. Shout out. Are we allowed to say their names?
I think we should.
Did they listen to the episode?
He heard it, right?
Yeah, because I told him we were going to feature the call when I talked to them.
Was he excited?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. He said, I told him I was like, tune in to see what the guy said about
Adulthood is for the gays.
Boom.
Yeah.
2025.
So basically.
That's a t-shirt.
Yeah.
We got to do that for the next Pride.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to be on the floor.
Turn the adulthood into rainbow colors.
Let's do it.
So he said, we decided that he would contribute $400, half of his loan payment, less to the joint account to pay house bills until he got a new job.
Okay.
Shout out.
He said he got one with a significant salary increase, so things are good.
Boom.
Okay.
Look I mean,
at the end of the day, if you contributing $400 less to the bills, that's basically saying I'm giving him $400 because that's coming out of that's coming out of my pocket. If my girl stops contributing $400 to the bills, then it's coming out of my pocket. So basically, you just gave him $400 a month.
Yeah.
I mean, your math is mathing, but I don't know if
is great. No, if it works out,
if it works for them, yeah,
it works out for them. It's great. And then he got a degree and he got
a higher job.
Yeah.
So it worked.
It worked out.
Yeah.
It worked out.
Another adulthood success story.
Yeah. Now, are you a split the bills guy or?
It depends.
On what? Like, I mean, like, what do you want to do? Like, what do you want to do? Like, do you prefer to split like the household bills or are you? Because I meet some guys that are like, my woman can't work.
But that's the thing, because what if you meet a woman and you're with a woman who wants to work?
You make her not.
How?
You lay down the law.
No.
I absolutely adore a woman who wants to work.
Absolutely.
You know, I think you should. You know, if you don't want to work, I do feel that there's a certain time when you make a certain amount of income where you're like, why are you working? Like you don't need this is pennies to us. What you make is pennies to us. Yeah. Maybe we could find something better to do. You know, philanthropy or something or run. You know, but it's like if you a millionaire and your wife is making $80,000 a year, you're like, I kind of rather you just hang out with me.
But what if she wants to do it?
I guess you let her.
Right?
I guess. What do you think?
What do you think?
I go back and forth because I'm like, the feminist in me is like, I would always want the option to work if I wanted to. But then I'm like, if I had all the money in the world, I don't think I'd want to be working. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never had a partner be so guapped out that I'm like, oh, I don't have to be doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I had it for like 6 months.
You did?
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was flown out.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Flown out.
Yeah.
That's back when
I've had the offers. I've had the offers, but that's temporary. You know, that's not gonna last.
Yeah, it doesn't last long.
Especially respectfully, especially if it's the woman. Like,
yeah.
Women get tired of that.
I was discarded.
Yeah, they get tired of that.
I felt emotionally scarred, but it's all right.
So as a feminist, you feel like you have to work?
I wouldn't be cool if my boyfriend was pressuring me not to when I liked my job.
Yeah.
I would be like,
what if you hated your job?
I would be like, literally, thank you. Peace out.
That's the beauty of feminism.
What?
I said that's the beauty of feminism. You get to pick and choose.
You're telling me, okay, you're dating a super rich woman and
go on.
What? Yeah, you're literally like, I'm loving. No. So, you're dating a super rich woman and she tells you, you don't have to do stand-up anymore. You can just work on a philanthropy.
Stand-up? That's crazy. Why would she say that?
That's the scenario you just painted.
Well, but I'm saying because my job, like you telling me I can't go out for 2 hours a day and do a set at night?
Yeah.
Like
you got to come wreck.
Only if you come home.
You got to come wreck this.
No, you see what I mean? Like you'd be like, babe.
All right, well,
I would say this is my hobby. Like I'm not allowed to have a hobby. I'm not doing it for the money. Maybe I wouldn't have to. Maybe okay, I don't have to go on the road for months on end because I don't need money. But like to do a spot at the Comedy Cellar, I can't do that.
Yeah, well, maybe it's different because your job is your passion,
right?
Or one would assume it is.
Yeah, it is. And then most people literally what I do for a living, the majority of people do it as a hobby. I'm lucky enough where I've been able to turn it into like a living.
Most people are terrified to do what you do. Speak in front of people.
Right. And then the majority of people who want to do it, it's hard. It's very hard to get.
It's not easy
to get traction in this. Yeah. So if she told me that, but even if, the answer is still no. But this is like a real passion I'm in. But I guess. If you had like a corporate job, but you could argue some people that's their passion, right?
Yeah, they love going to work every day. They love
numbers. They love numbers. They love
spreadsheets.
Yeah.
But if you got a rich person that you're like, but I want to go to Monaco, and you're at the office, like this doesn't make sense. Who am I? I want to go to Monaco.
Look, I want to be super clear. It would not take that much convincing to get me an equivalent job. I never said that.
Yeah. No, I don't think. I generally would, and I'm not basing this on anything, but I generally think that most women would probably be on that same thing. Where it's like, in theory, I would love it to be able to work.
I think if anybody's partner
was
swapping them out.
No, I disagree. Because as a man, like I would never. Sometimes for like A$AP Rocky to date Rihanna, sometimes the man has to put his ego aside. And A$AP Rocky is like a baller who's wealthy and well-respected in the streets and in music. But when you dating Rihanna...
She's a billionaire.
Yeah, she's a billionaire. So you're just like, damn.
And she's Rihanna.
But he's still a boss. Like pretty much anything that Rihanna could get him, he could get himself.
He could get himself.
Yeah.
So that, but... I wouldn't want, like me, if I was dating Rihanna, I don't know if I would be able to date Rihanna.
You don't think you're confident enough?
I just feel like I'm not going to be like your like toy where you're just like, hey, stop doing stand-up and come. But then you could argue, well, is the woman being the toy? But women don't have a problem with that a lot. You said you could be convinced very easily.
I think that's painting with a broad brush.
Well, that's what this podcast is about. We paint everything with that.
Picasso.
Yeah, this is roll on paint.
That's it.
Everything is generalized.
Yep.
But what I've found, I mean, at least the girls I've dated, I'm sure you probably could say the same with the girls you dated. It seems like most of them, if their man wasn't a billionaire, they didn't have a problem with that.
What?
Like dating a billionaire. Like they wouldn't feel like.
No, definitely not.
No.
I think also too, but like
what woman has a problem dating a billionaire?
What?
Former wives of billionaires.
I think even they'll recommend it.
What?
I said even they'll recommend it.
You raise an interesting point though, because maybe they dated someone rich before and they're like, he's never home. Like, I don't feel seen. I don't want this anymore.
Yeah, they didn't like it. It was fun in the beginning, especially like the trips and everything like that. But then also, it depends on what type of billionaire, because if it's a billionaire who's corporate, or even just a millionaire who's just always at work, always at all the time.
They're always at dinners.
Always
you don't
at dinners.
I think that's a young girl talking. I think
they were young.
Yeah, any girl. I think any woman 45 and up would be like, work, get out the house, give me your money. I'm good. I'll figure it out. Right? Yeah, I'll figure out what to do.
I got something new I got to buy.
Young women want to be seen.
Yeah, and then Bethany Frankel's like, you have to be this tall to ride, net worth wise. Which
who's Bethany Frankel?
Real Housewife.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She wrote a book too.
I think she did. She did like the Skinny Girl cocktails or whatever. She like has her own empire, but she's like, I'm not dating you if you don't have X net worth. I don't know what the number is, but yeah.
Which I think I don't agree with that, mostly because I don't have that net worth. But
that's number one.
Yeah, but I still don't think it's cool to put a price on people. But I get it. You're like, hey, I have these, this is what I cost.
Standard.
But it's like you're for sale then.
Yeah. More standards.
Because if you're like, this is what I cost, and you're like, but I'm a nice person, you're like, I don't care about that. I cost this.
Show me the money.
Yeah. Which, whatever though, more power to her. She's killing it. She's also rich too, right?
Yeah. She did like the Skinny Girl cocktails and salad dressings, and she's got a podcast. I mean, she was on reality TV for years. She like has her own money for sure.
Yeah.
Did she have her whole money before or after the reality TV?
No, I think she got divorced.
No,
she cashed out.
Yeah, I think she was married. I'm not sure, but it was actually a cool arc because she like went through her like broke starting a business phase, and then you kind of watch her like
ascend.
Really, my mom had the dressings. That's for sure.
The Bethany, the skinny.
Yeah, the Skinny Girl salad dressings. Yeah, everybody's mom did.
Yeah. No, shout out to her. I meet, but she's a boss. Yeah. That's the thing. I think sometimes, and I don't want to sound too guy podcasty, but sometimes
too late.
Yeah, sometimes the advice that is given on the social media to like the regular is the advice is always given by people who are nothing like the people who are taking the advice.
Skewed.
So it's these like boss women who are allowed to have these type of standards because of the stuff they've accomplished, and also because of the fact that they make money by telling you this type of stuff.
That's it.
And then the girls who listen to it, and men, is just people who are like, well, this doesn't apply to you. Or like you split the rent with your man. That's normal too.
Or like the girl who wanted you to take the cat out. It's just like she's listening, thinking that, oh, okay, yeah, this is my standard.
The dead cat?
Yeah, the dead cat. The dead cat girl. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I find that a lot. I mean, obviously, it goes both ways. I mean, it's literally laughable what some men, how like... so
their standards are like...
Yeah, how podcasters influence some men to think that women are supposed to cater to them when they literally have nothing.
But not just podcasters, but like dudes who their whole life, they think that they're in a rap video. You know, they wake up and it's just, oh yeah, I'm drinking all day. It's like, what life do you live in?
I got a friend of mine recently, he told me that he goes to bed every day at 10 a.m. and wakes up at 7 p.m.
Why?
He just does stand-up at night. That's it. And I'm like, why? He's like, because I don't need to be up during the day. I'm like, but that's crazy. He's like, but I work during the night. I'm like, but this is healthy. You need sunlight.
You need sunlight.
Yeah, my question is, what's going on from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.?
He's just up. A lot of times I wake up every day at like 9. He'll send me a text message at 9. We'll have full conversations. And then like, we'll be talking from like 9 to 11. And then I'm like, are you going to sleep now? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, you haven't slept the whole day? He's like, no. And then I'll see him later on, like 7 p.m. and he'll just be like, yeah, I just woke up with like a coffee.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Literally like walking through with a coffee. Like, I just woke up.
That's crazy.
And he thinks this is normal.
Does he have a family?
He has a girl too, which I'm like, I tell him all the time, like, bro, so your girl leaves to work at 8 a.m. You're awake. She comes back 6, 7 p.m. You're waking up for the day. It's like, yeah. You know how much it pisses people off who got to get up and go to work when they wake up and they're tired and somebody else hasn't went to sleep?
Yeah.
Like, nothing pisses you off more than that.
Yeah. You know what pisses them off even more is if they have to go to the office and you work remotely, like you work from home.
Yeah.
That gets them so mad. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
No, but it's like we were saying, so many people living off social media.
Like false standards.
This is false standards. And I think if we ran down the list, like, because we say stuff, whatever, we obviously joking, but some people, if you run down the list, like of the people you know, almost none of the stuff you hear on social media like,
applies to them.
Almost none of it.
Almost none.
They're all living differently. Like they all like either split the bills with their partner or they're working towards something. They have a joint savings account. It's never these like, I'm a man, I pay all the woman's bills and she has to like take care of the household. It's like, I don't know anyone who's living like that.
We don't live on the internet. And then, but the thing is too, and it's funny that you bring this up because you bring up a real, actual, serious point of the people who they lead and live these false lives on the internet, and then in the real life, it's just like, yo, your internet persona is nothing like who you are in real life.
Yeah, which I kind of enjoy that though.
Do you?
Just because I don't like the idea of being this person on the internet who's like, whatever it is, whether it's abrasive or controversial, and then having to be that in real life too.
Oh, okay.
I tell people a lot of times who know me, or like the person on the podcast, I'm trying to be entertaining.
Yeah.
Like a character. I'm not
it's entertainment.
I'm not generally walking around telling women what they need to do. It's just, I'm making fun of those people who
they don't understand satire at all.
Our listeners do.
Our listeners do, but not the people on the clips.
Yeah, no, not those people.
Yeah.
But we said it from like the early on episodes, we were mocking those guys, but it's like, I'm open about that. Even with stuff from the stage, I'm like, I'm a character on stage. That's not necessarily me.
Who you are.
I'm a hyper exaggerated character of me.
I think, do people have a hard time dealing with that?
Well, I think what people struggle the most is that they think they know me. And I'm like, you don't know me. Like, you don't know who I am. But they think they do because they literally know a lot about me. They know my stories. They know where I've been. They know what happened where I've been. Yeah. They know all these things.
And it's one way because you know absolutely nothing about them. So they come up and they start trying to have a whole deep conversation like, who are you?
Even, I mean, I've been in dating relationships where for the first 3 months, I just feel like they know so much about me and I'm asking questions, but they know stories and stuff just because they listen to my stuff and they saw my stuff, which I'm not mad at it. I would like a person who I'm dating to know, you know, my work, but also just sometimes I be having to say like, don't take it as me. You're not dating the person on stage or the person on the podcast. I'm a person.
Yo, that's so funny because there's almost like two different me's in the sense of when I'm performing, I'm all about it. I'm drinking the tequila, I'm shouting out, twerk, and then I'm done, and then I go home and I drive home in silence, or I listen to like Sade or something, because it's just like that. In that environment, I'm for that, and then after that, there's nothing like I'm old, my shoulders hurt, my knees hurt, like I just want to chill and relax. I'm not trying to turn up nothing.
Artists are,
bro. It's crazy.
That's generally how
it's day and night, and then but like when I let's say I'm going on, I have some friends come and they see me turn up, and then we're going home, and I'm just like, yo, can you put on some jazz or something? Like, hold on, Mr. Turn Up. Weren't you just Mr. Turn Up 15 minutes ago?
Yeah. That's the thing of like an entertainer or somebody who's in the public limelight. You always got to be people's entertainment.
Yeah.
They think when the lights come off that you still going to be that. But
and it's
sometimes
not.
You just want to chill like a regular person. What have you been up to?
Me? I've been living life. I've been living large, you know. What is it? September 8th. So I should be coming back from Houston. I'm doing some traveling. Yeah,
I was, we taped this a little ahead. I was in Louisiana over the weekend.
The Bayou?
Yeah, I did 3 different cities over there. I was in Baton Rouge and I was in...
did you get some jambalaya?
Lafayette, I did. It's really good.
Yeah, it's slamming, right?
It's really good, yeah. I had gumbo, I had jambalaya, I had po' boys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was down south.
You was doing the thing.
I was doing everything.
Did you listen to some bounce music, babe?
Yeah, I listened to some bounce. I did everything. I was in one neighborhood. So, but sometimes... when you leave New York, like when you're in a poor neighborhood in New York and then a poor neighborhood somewhere else, you see the disparity in how poor things can be. Like, because I was in a poor country. Yeah, I was in a poor neighborhood where I was like, this, you only see this on TV. You don't see poor like this.
Were you in an Uber? Or like, what were you doing?
I was driving through.
Okay.
Driving through. But it's just like, I mean, I was driving through one time. It was just like it was like on both sides, just abandoned crack houses.
Damn.
Just on both sides, abandoned crack house. And I think I'm such a New Yorker. Like, I have the reverse New York thing. Because I think sometimes people from out of town come to New York and they'll be outside of like Madison Square Garden or the Empire State Building, and they'll see all the lights and the money and the thing, and they'll be like, oh, this is where I belong. But I'm like, that's arrogant. To think that you belong at Madison Square Garden. I'm the opposite. I'm in Louisiana next to crack houses where I'm like, this is it. This is where my career is at. This is pretty much.
This is it. This is a total random tangent, bro. But like, asking me where I'm at, I feel like I need to be in nature and really do a mushroom experience.
Again?
Like, but I'm talking about go for it.
I thought you did that.
I did that a couple years ago, but I think I'm at the point where I need a refresher.
Why's that?
I don't know, man. I feel like a little bit stale in DJing a little bit.
Yeah, I've been there.
I feel
that too.
I want to get like open. I feel like I need to open up.
Maybe I should do that too. Does it open up your creative juices?
Yeah, it definitely does. But you got to be like in nature. You got to be in a positive place with positive people. You know, like DJing, everything sounds the same. You know, it's just like there's nothing exciting about it. I feel like I don't like that because then it comes across like, you know, when you're performing, you come across a little like bored.
Yeah, I'm in that right now because I'm about to tape a new hour.
Your special?
Yeah, a new hour, and I feel like I have that hour. But then when you're about to tape, you always got to have some stuff for once the hour comes out, so you be able to tour a little bit after. And I haven't been able to create like anything after that I really enjoy or anything. I just kind of just been like, I think after I film, I might take some time off where I just kind of do spots here and around the city, but I go places and go see things to see if I could
do some mushrooms,
some motivation. Yeah, maybe I will. Because the motivation has been, I go through, that's the thing of an artist though. I go through weird things. I'll literally won't have any motivation for months, and then I'll sit down and in like 5 weeks come up with like a whole thing.
Yeah.
So, but then as an artist, you always think that is not coming.
Yeah. And I'm kind of like, I'm in that point now, but then the thing is too, because of advancements in the technology, I feel like I'm also, it's weird. I feel stale, but I also feel the most creative at the same time, if that makes any sense.
No, it doesn't.
So we can do more. I don't know, Johan, do you know Serato a little bit?
Yeah.
But basically you can do more with the program where you can create remixes on the fly. And I'm doing that. But then it's also, the music that's coming out now, it's like, so like the remixes I'm doing is with older music, but then it's not catching with the right crowd.
Yeah, you know what you need to do?
What's that?
Play Ian. I think that's what you need to do.
This guy, he's on fire.
That's what people want.
I'm gonna go up to the Catskills. I'm gonna rent a house. I'm gonna do some mushrooms, and I'm gonna listen to Ian. Yeah,
that sounds terrible.
Carmen, where are you from?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
Oh, I've been.
Let's go Bengals.
What brought you to New York?
To pursue comedy originally. Then I got turned around. Now I'm here.
You left it? You didn't like it?
No, I still perform. Just I don't make money doing it. Yeah, I was working in tech for a while.
Oh, okay. So you're still on the path.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Slowly but surely.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
It'll happen.
How long you been in New York?
I moved, actually August 1st was my 5 year. It's only 5 years, but it feels like it's been a lifetime.
4 of them, you moved during COVID?
Yeah, I moved legit 6 months before COVID. Like I had no idea what I was doing when I got back.
So when during COVID, did you go back home or did you stay here?
I was like 22 and I saw the Red Cross ferry and I was like, I'm not doing this. So I went back to Ohio for like...
Oh, you saw the Red Cross ferry come?
I was like, I can't. So then I went home for like 3 months, came back. But I did that COVID summer in the city with
the summer was okay.
The parties in the streets. Yeah, it was
low-key
kind of fun.
It was rough. The March to June.
To June was crazy.
Yeah, hand up. I went tapped out.
Those were tough.
No barber?
The summer was tough.
Man.
My biggest regret during COVID was that I didn't get a mustache. I felt like that was the time to just get a mustache look.
Okay.
I want to know how it would look with it.
I need that to be like AI generated on you before
we can do that.
You could do that?
Yeah.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
Where?
Photo AI.
I was like, it's got to be a feature on Instagram. Yeah.
What do you do?
Just load up a picture and then you can
It's Photo AI app?
Yeah. It's a website.
And they'll show me without a
You can generate any type of
Yeah.
image that you want, but you have to load a couple of images so they get your face.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, definitely.
I was just gonna get a mustache. I'm old school.
There you go.
I was gonna get a mustache and ride it out for 2 weeks.
Wait, like a handlebar?
No, just a regular mustache.
Oh,
no
just like,
facial.
I don't know.
Mm.
Okay.
No facial. I think I would look funnier.
I need to see it.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way I'm gonna look more serious.
What's his name? What's the guy's name? Frankie Ruiz? Didn't he have a mustache?
The salsa guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're going for?
Yeah.
Because you could be a salsa singer.
Yeah, he did.
That'd be fire. Yeah.
Johan, you said we have a call?
Adulthood podcast, Ian Lara, DJ PM.
He called
DJ
before.
PM. Johan, big fan of the podcast. I've been enjoying the past few episodes about Ian raw dogging the flight from France to New York. And ever since then, I've been like raw dogging like train rides, like, just 1 hour on the train, no music, no phone, nothing, just seeing what's around me. And it's crazy, like we spend so much of our lives through a little metal box. But I do have a question for you guys today. And that is, it's a dating question, is like, after how many dates, like, should a woman offer to pay for a date?
Ooh,
Definitely, I think, like, I like to pay for the first 3 dates.
That's good.
Right? But the fourth date, I think it would be nice if the woman paid.
It's not wrong.
Whether it's the girlfriend or, just somebody you're seeing. So let me know you guys' thoughts on that. And, you guys have answered my questions in the past and gotten really good answers. So I do appreciate that. All right. Thank you, guys. I'm going to be tuning in every week.
I like this guy. He has good energy.
Yeah, he's good.
What's his name?
What's his name? Can we shout him out?
I don't think it doesn't have a name. It's just.
We're good.
I mean, but if you're listening, if you want us to shout you out by name, you could always tell us your name.
Raw Dog Subway.
I think he DMs too. I think he DMs the page too.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to him for raw
Shout
dogging
out
trains.
the train.
I raw dogged a couple trains too.
Raw Dog the Subway.
Just sitting there, but I don't know if he's from New York. I don't know if it's really raw dog because there's so much going on that you could just people watch and that's entertaining.
That's definitely entertaining. Yeah.
But somebody, before we answer this question, somebody sent me an article that raw dogging is very dangerous. That raw dogging flights is very dangerous. And I still stand by it's a manly thing to do. I just this weekend, I was in Louisiana. I was going to tell you, I flew Louisiana, there and back, both trips, first class, did not get a single thing.
Not even a champagne?
Nothing.
That's ridiculous.
Not a water, no food.
You raw dog the first class?
To everything. Raw dog in first class that's a man.
That might be the name of your special.
Brain power.
Raw dog in first class.
Raw dog in first class.
That's the name of the special.
But he brings up a good point.
He brings up a great point.
I've thought about this.
Okay.
He said he paid for the third date.
The first 3.
He said he paid for the first 3.
The first 3.
Here's my thing.
Yes.
I agree with him. I think by the third date, she should offer. I think if by the third date, you've taken this woman out 3 times and she has not offered, I don't think you're with a good person.
Okay.
I don't think that's a red flag.
Definitely.
If men have any.
Definitely.
Because
That's a big red flag.
that tells you.
She doesn't care about you.
Right. And it also says, look, if you're rich and she's not, then okay.
That changes it.
But I mean, he's on the train raw dogging. I don't
raw
think he's
dogging on the train. So he's not coming from money.
Right. I don't think he comes from money. So
he's not a
I would say 3 dates she should offer.
Okay. After 3 days or on the third date?
Just by the third one,
she should offer.
By the end of the third one, there should have been an offer. And I'll probably say no.
Yes, exactly. But I've had that happen where she offered, I said no, and then the next date, she planned the whole thing.
And paid? That's a good woman, though.
That's a great woman.
Yeah, that's a good woman.
Yep.
This is the thing. Sometimes I feel like you run into girls like this, and it's like women think sometimes that they don't have to do any effort. And then you run into a woman that does. It's the same with men, but they think that it only applies to men.
It's Instagram.
Then you run into a woman who does effort, and you're like, wow.
How did you
took me on a date?
Yeah. And then
that's amazing. And then the girl's like, you never had a girl take you on a date? Like, what kind of girls you been dating?
And the next thing you're married for 20 years.
Yeah, and then divorce, and she takes half. Yeah. But she earned it.
She did.
Because she took you on the 4th date.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And not only did she take you on a date, she took you to like go-karts or something that you actually wanted to do, not some nonsense.
Yeah. Women, look, I'm a feminist like you.
Yes.
Women can be romantic too. And women
You bring up a great point.
Can be men.
That too.
I mean, in the dating.
But my question is, what is romance to a man from a woman?
Wo-mance.
Wo-mance. That's a t-shirt and a cologne.
Wo-mance.
Okay.
I think that was wo-mance.
What?
She
romanced the hell out of me.
Yeah, she womanced you.
Yeah, she romanced me out.
I've had some good womance. I've had a woman who knows I enjoy a cup of coffee in the morning, right? So she took a trip to Colombia and came back and brought me some Colombian coffee. She's like, hey, I got this.
Wow.
I got this from the mountains in Colombia.
She romanced the hell out of you. That's crazy. That's thoughtful too.
Yeah.
See, that's where women.
Thoughtful. It's not about the money. What is a bag of coffee? $5? It's the thought.
And that's where women, that's where they win. Because they're way more thoughtful. Some of them. Way more thoughtful.
Yeah.
I heard you talk about Dave Chappelle, so I got you his first box DVD.
The reason I do comedy, my high school girlfriend
took you to it?
She knew that I loved stand-up and I used to talk about doing stand-up. She took me to see Chris Rock when I was 18 years old, see him kill the messenger at the Apollo.
That's a good gift.
Wo-mance.
Whoa.
That's wo-mance.
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 Is that still the best gift you've ever gotten?
No, fuck her. I'm trying to think what else. I've had but this doesn't apply. But if you are a woman that happens to be a great cook, that's a big plus, right?
Oh man,
I've had women make me like meals, like know what I like, just baking. I take them on a bunch of dates. They know what I like. They make this for me.
Red velvet cake.
They know I'm a fan of. I'm a big New York sports fan. I'm a fan of Mets, Giants, and Knicks. They might see a thing of the Mets or the Knicks or the Giants. Hey, I thought you would like this. Here you go. Wo-mance.
Wo-mance.
Yeah, what about you?
I think we started a trend. So definitely the fourth day, planning it out. Cooking, especially like my favorite meal. Baking is obviously I'm a reformed fat person. So like I love to eat. So any type of baking, barbecue. I've also had surprise to a sports game.
Sports games is
Giants tickets, actually. I think the best was just like planning something for me. Like
I've gotten some really expensive gifts too. Like fancy like Versace shoes.
Okay. I mean the best was my last birthday. I got a custom suit.
Wow.
She wo-manced the hell out of it. These leather shorts came right off.
And people in the comments, let us know what romantic.
They're gonna let us know.
Yeah, they're gonna let us know what romantic gestures a woman has done for you. But to answer the question of the caller, I think by the third date she should have offer to pay. What do you think?
I think I agree 100%.
What do you think, Johan?
Yeah, I think third date is reasonable, but if by the third date she doesn't, do you give her one more date, like a grace, like?
If by the third day she doesn't, I might keep going forever just to see when she's going to offer to pay. And then as soon as she does, I'll break up with her. But then she'll be like, you waited 14 years? I'm like, I just wanted to see if you were ever going to pay for a date.
And you didn't.
Yeah. But also, here's the thing. Sometimes you think something and then you be like, wait, if she can't afford, like maybe she's not working, whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you got to do something romantic.
And that's what I was going to say, because like maybe she don't have it. You know, she might be in between jobs. She might be a student going to medical school.
Yeah, maybe her OnlyFans ain't take off.
It didn't take off. And then, but here's the leverage that women have. But what if she has that fire?
Be romantic.
What if she has that fire?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that ain't keeping a man, I'll be honest.
It's kept a lot of people.
I don't think so. It'll keep you for temporary, but everybody, I mean, the prettiest girl, Beyonce, you know, I don't even say it, but you know.
You're trying to get
I feel like you got to be a good person. I'll say that. You got to be a good person also.
You have to be a great person.
You could be the most richest, beautiful, power. You have to be a good person.
But if nobody wants to hang out with you and watch Sunday night TV, then.
Yeah, that's the key.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Your guys should want to be with you.
You know,
like aside from sex, because sex gets old.
It does. It's still great.
Yeah, it's still great, but it does get old.
Yeah, like I binge watched every season of Sex and the City.
Yeah, that like doing stuff like that, I feel like doesn't get old.
No,
like it'll just be a new show.
And the thing is,
and the what?
The thing is, the new one.
Oh, what's the thing is?
That's the name of the show. The spinoff.
Oh, no.
Oh, and just like
And
that.
just like
That's what I
that.
meant.
Yes.
You know,
Same
whatever.
thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
Anything.
all right, let's wrap this up, baby. Volume 74.
Shout out Raw Dog Train, man.
Sunday, September 8th. By the time this comes out, I'm going to be a brand new 34-year-old.
Yeah.
No.
After this episode.
After this episode.
After this episode, I'll be
What
a
are we
brand
doing
new
for your birthday?
34-year-old. I don't know. I gotta
Turks and Caicos?
I gotta figure it out. I was supposed to be on the road, but it actually got
They canceled?
yeah, they moved it to February. I was supposed to be doing Tampa, but if you're waiting for me to come to Tampa, I'll be there in February. Those dates are going live on IanLaraLive.com. Other dates, I got Grand Rapids, Michigan coming up this month.
Shout out.
I have the DC Improv, which is my favorite club. Those tickets are gonna sell out. I'll be there the first weekend of October. And then the second weekend of October, I'll be in Sacramento at the
Sacktown.
Punchline in Sacramento. And hopefully by the next episode, I'll have an announcement on the special and tickets and where you can get it and where it's going to be filmed. Hopefully
Boom.
we'll have that for the next episode for you.
Boom.
Where you going to be?
I will be, when this is coming out, at MetLife Stadium, rooting for the Giants because this is the kickoff of the NFL season. Big shout out to Big shout out to my boy Brandon. And then,
Shout out Brandon.
yeah, and then I'll be actually at Panda on Friday. I'm gonna be at Panda almost every Friday this month. I think I'm not gonna be there. I'll be there from here on.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. Any questions, please DM the page. Give us a phone call. We love answering you guys. We love interacting with the Adulterers. Thank you guys for always supporting us. The Adulthood Podcast. Peace.